And then I thought to myself, I'm quite interested, what is the price range of these dresses? So I went to a Gucci website, and when I saw the prices ranging from 1,500 to 2,000, 2,000, even 500, come on guys, who have 2,000 euro to spend for such a really simple dress that is easy to make at home? So I am wondering, can I make this 2,000 Gucci dress for approximately 10 euro budget? Let's see. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure that you are quite excited for today's video because I feel like many of you were really missing me making dresses. I strongly believe that this is your most popular subject over here. So good for you guys, today I'm making the dress. But not any dress. I don't know if it's also you, but me, I get constantly bombarded on Pinterest with these Gucci dresses, very cute. Usually it's very simple bodice with an A-line skirt with some type of sleeve, some type of collar. There is a different variations, different type of material they are using, but the base is always the same. It's a very simple dress and very cute, and since it's bombarding me everywhere all the time, I cannot run away from it. I decided that I will make one. So I took a little details from each of them and I created kind of mishmash. So at the end I decided to make this specific design but with a little different variation, which is the use of material. And because I went to a thrift store and I found this tweed fabric, I thought this will be a perfect choice for me, since many of the other designs are coming from exactly tweed fabric. For the little cute collar and the little bow, I found in my stash this cute gingham linen, which I thought will be perfect combination. So if you want to go ahead and skip immediately to the sewing, you are more than welcome. I will put a timestamp here so you can go ahead and start there. But if you are also interested in how the pattern looks like and all the deal about that, then keep watching. So let me just quickly explain you about the construction of the dress and the pattern pieces, because it's really not that hard and not that complicated. So this is a front bodice piece with only one dart and is cutted on the fold. It's not completely fitted to the waist, there is a little bit of room for maybe a dinner. Then we have a back bodice which will be cutted twice. It has also only one dart, and this is the center seam where the zipper will be attached. So another piece is this collar, which will be cutted on fold over here. This is the center, and you will need to cut it twice. One of them is attached to the shell of the fabric, the thing that you see on the outside, and the other piece will be attached to the lining. And by the way, I'm not going to show you how to sew the lining, because if you will understand the way I sew the dress, the shell of the dress, you will understand how to make a lining, because it's exactly the same. I will just show you how to attach them together. And as for the skirt of the dress, it's very simple, very simple A-line skirt, which the front will be cutted on fold, as you can see here, and the back of the skirt has this one dart here. It needs to be cutted twice because the same as the back bodice, it will be joined by the zipper. And now for the sleeve. I just found a simple sleeve pattern from the other patterns that I have at home. Very simple fitted sleeve. And what I did, I just did few cuts in the center, spaced them equally, and there will be a gathering on the top, but at the bottom of the sleeve, instead of gathering, there will be this pleat. Okay guys, so as usual I'm going to start by sewing all the darts on the front bodice and back bodice. Also, one important thing before I start, I just want to say tweed is crazy. This is first time for me to work with it, and I thought it would be a great idea to quickly just overlock everything that can be overlocked. And the things like armholes or neckline, I just give it a basting stitch, loose basting stitch, so that it will not be misshaped. I think this is very important to mention. And another important thing is that, at least what I decided to do, is to just iron on little piece of interfacing at the point of each dart, just to be sure that my dart will not come undone. That's a quick info that I wanted to give you just before I start. So let's go ahead. As for the dart on the front bodice, I will just trim the seam allowance and iron it open, because it's just too much fabric here and it just wouldn't look nice on the dress. So I'm going to trim it and iron it open. Whew. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I ironed it nice and flat, so you can see the dart in the front, how it looks like. This is how it looks like from outside. And this step is very important. Never miss ironing if you want your garments to look nice, clean and professional. So now let's sew the shoulder seam and the side seam of the bodice. So as usual, you know the trick guys, right sides facing of course. So I'll put my front, then I will take two back pieces. You know, the center seam for the zipper has to be in the center of course, and I will go ahead and match the shoulders and the side seams. So I have to say that this project is really easy. I would definitely say that this is a beginner friendly pattern. Even though I'm making lining, you don't have to do lining, but even with a lining it's not that difficult. It's just basically sewing another dress instead of one, making two dresses. But what I wanted to say, that the most difficult from this process and the most time consuming for me personally was the trying to match the patterns, because my fabric, it has a checkered pattern, so I was trying my best to match it in a way that it will not look completely hideous when I'm done with it. So I guess we will see at the end how successful I was, and also there is just certain limits of how far you can go with the matching of this type of fabric. So anyway, we will see. But if you choose a plain fabric just like a Gucci design, then you will have even less problems and it will be even faster. But you know, I like to make things complicated for me, right? So, as a next step will be to attach this collar on the neckline. So, I will put my bodice facing me. I will take my neckband, put it right sides facing on the bodice, match first the center seam. I will go all the way back to where the zipper part is, and I will match these as well. And I will slowly continue my way all around. I can see it all clear from above. Looking back on it all, maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's quite dark in my sewing room and I don't know how long I can continue. Let's say that we will still try to sew the skirt, which is very simple, just join the side seam and sew them together. But for now, this is how it looks like. It turned out pretty nice and clean. And so what I did, I opened this seam, I ironed it flat, and then I trimmed the seam allowance inside the collar because I don't want to see too much fabric through the collar at the end here. I want it to be nice and clean. So far it's looking great. And now let's sew the skirt. And I think that's it for today, and tomorrow we'll continue and you will see it will be really nice and quick. So now I will place my front piece right sides facing me, then I will take two back pieces and join them first on the side seam with these two notches. And I don't need to overlock it because, as I said at the beginning, I did it at the beginning because of the nature of the fabric. Now let's take the bodice. I will open it like so. I will take the skirt, place it right sides facing, and first I will go and pin the middle of the bodice. Good morning, guys. So it's another day. Yesterday I think I left you by attaching skirt to the bodice, if I'm not wrong, if I filmed it, if I didn't forget to do it. Anyway, I sewn it together and it looks really nice. So let me show it to you. So this is the seam. As you can see, both skirt and bodice is overlocked and the seam is ironed open like that, you know, so it will sit nice and flat. And yeah, we are slowly coming to the end. The dress will be finished soon. I think today I'm going to start with the sleeve. I will show you how to do the pleats at the bottom, gathering on the top. I'm sure you are masters of it already by watching my channel. And then I think the next step will be sewing the zipper on and then sewing lining in. Of course, if you are wondering why I am not talking about the little bow that's supposed to be on the dress, well, because I still didn't decided on how I'm going to make it. I'm just sure that I want to make it detachable. So this is the bottom of my sleeve, and as you can see, there are marks here for the pleats. This is the center, this is the front part of the sleeve, and this is the back. At the back I think there is less pleats, 7 marks and 5 marks on the back side. So what I'm going to do, to start from the center and bring this first point closest to the center exactly on the top and pin it. Then I will go to the second one, bring it here again exactly on the top of it, like I'm going to skip one and then take the other one, and finally the last one, and then I will turn it and I will do the back side of the sleeve. And here I will take the first mark and bring it to the center, so you see that they kind of meet in the center, they are going opposite direction. Then again I skip one, I take the second and bring it on the top of it, and the last one. By the way, the distance between each mark is 2 centimeters. Here is the center where they meet, and so now I just need to go and sew it as close as possible to the edges. So I will go and give it a basting stitch and then sew it on. This is how it looks like. See, nice and clean. So let's continue with the basting stitches. So now let's sew the side seams. So right sides facing and the straight stitch, and as you can see my edges are already overlocked, so I don't have to do that anymore. I will take the sleeve, I will place it inside the cuff, pin it all the way around, give it a straight stitch, and then I will show you something that I discovered that I had at home and I forgot about it, and now I can finally sew stitch in a ditch.
I'm just a human in motion.
It's looking really great. I will go ahead and overlock these edges here because it's fraying like crazy. I thought now that the dress is still open and it's very easy to access, I will go ahead and iron this strip of fusible interfacing all the way in the center, exactly on this blue line, just like that, because I need to make the fabric more strong when I will sew the buttons on, otherwise they can just rip the fabric and the dress will be destroyed. By the way, I use 60 centimeter invisible zipper. I get my off Amazon. The next thing is to close the seam. This is my lining, exactly the same dress, just missing the sleeves, and of course it's a little bit shorter because you never want to see your lining coming through the dress. So now this is the dress. I will take the lining, place it right side facing on each other, and then I will take the sleeves and pull them inside like so. I will go ahead and match the collar, first the center seam, then I will go back and I will place this on the top of each other just like this. So now the collar is pinned. And I don't know if you remember, if you have watched the video where I made my wedding dress, I was using exactly the same technique. So if you haven't watched this video, maybe you can go back and watch it. I'm just going to continue pinning all the way where the zipper is. So for the hemming of the dress, I just overlock the edges, and I'm going to use this tape that is basically double-sided and is meant for hemming things without sewing it.
Darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive.
More like elegant. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know, I have no idea.
No idea.
Oh, my daddy paid for ideas.
Okay, I'm filming by the way.
Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take